Hey, it's not super often I do a full replay of my own. Usually I only do them for like Ladder Patreon or people that send me stuff. But this was, one, a good game, and two, had two different things in it that were really funny I wanted to talk about, so I thought I'd just show the whole replay. And it actually ended up being a really, really good game. This was either with traitor as in, you know, like a traitor to the state, GG, or Golden Floof. I don't remember which one, honestly, but both were just really good players I ran into that I hadn't seen before. So, I mean, both deserve a shout out. I forget which one this replay actually was with, but they're the Nurgle Force. I'm my glorious Cathay. My build, while we do some setup here, is one Great Longbow Rider, just because I had the money and I like to peel off Furies with it. A whole bunch of Peasant Archers mixed in with some Crossbowmen, I believe. Yep, Peasant Archers, Crossbowmen. I have one Crane Gunner, one Grand Cannon, Dragon-Blooded Shogun of Yang with the Fire Breath spell and the Blessing of Heaven and Earth. Some Jade Warriors in the front line, Peasants in the Peasant Long Spearmen in the back. Wow, we are starting off strong. So Furies are diving in. I'm trying to split up my forces a little bit. So the Long Rider's going to try to tackle these guys in open field. I'm trusting two Peasant Long Spearmen surrounding these Chaos Furies to take care of them. And the other one I focused fire down with multiple Peasant Archer units and Spears. For the Nurgle army, we did have a bunch of Furies that are now all dead, except for that one. So there was 4 Furies. Looks like 5 Nurglings, 5 Forsaken of Nurgle, 1 Cultist of Nurgle, 2 just right next to each other. A Herald of Nurgle, and 1 Spawn. So pretty straightforward infantry rush from Nurgle. And we can a little bit fast forward through the basic bump and grind of the front line. Not a whole lot to say besides he is pushing straight through and actually starts using that Pestilent Breath type spell pretty quickly, the Steam of Nurgle. He hits my second line of peasants. I sacrifice some Jade Warrior Crossmen. They have 80 armor, so they hold for a little bit while we shoot. And my Long Rider is going to take out the last of the Chaos Furies. Cannons are finally shut down as Chaos Spawn charge straight through the center, and they're going to start slamming them, and I'm sure nothing weird will happen with that interaction. I'm sure nothing at all. Nurglings fighting Jade Warriors, Peasant Archers are still shooting in. I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I have completely won the left-hand side. No problem at all. Right-hand side's going okay for me as well. Chaos Spawn are getting caught up on the dead bodies of the cannons just a little bit. Just standing around, having a good old time. And now the Cultists of Nurgle are starting to use their Plague Bearer summons, which is not great for me, but I'm still feeling pretty good in this moment. They're down to 1 extremely wounded Chaos Spawn, a summon that'll go away eventually, 1 Forsaken and 1 Nurgling is pretty much all they have on the battlefield, and I'm liking my chances. Chaos Spawn and Nurgle are going to run up there, except for these 3 models that all get caught on the cannon, stand around for a really long time, shooting these Plague Bearers. He was really good at those Steams of Corruption, or whatever the hell they're called. He just deleted a lot of my force with that, as you will continue to see. A little bit more bump and grind. The first funny thing I wanted to mention at the start of the video is just like how badly these Chaos Spawn are caught up in my cannons. The unit card is over here, but out of their 7 models, 3, so almost half of them are stuck back here. So we're shooting at them. I give my archers orders to run up and shoot at the spawn, but for some reason they stop here, and I didn't understand why in the game, but I didn't see them shooting at these guys, so I was fighting with the game, like, get up there, we need to go help, and yet all my guys stopped and were shooting at these random Chaos Spawn in front of the thing. So Nurgle's cleaning up some of my units. Balance power is still slightly me favored, and I'm feeling pretty good, and now I have secured myself an enclave with which to fall back to. As Cathay, or as Skaven, or as Empire, or as Dwarves, any of those factions that really rely on their ranged. If you can do this, you should, where you can sacrifice a side of the battlefield and lose some units, but reset up your front line, because you always like the early point of the game, where you have a front line, they have a front line, you have a back line, they have a back line. You like the front-to-back fight. You don't like it when it gets chaotic. So if you can take a moment and reset the map where both of your forces are fighting front to back again, you're always happy. So we're doing that. Spawn of Nurgle goes down to 2, so that guy and this one. And I mentioned it on a live stream recently, but this game was funny to me and I remembered it because I got a little spooked when we do a little bit of rallying here, not much to talk about, yada yada. Some Jade Warriors are fighting. The Enclave has reformed and moved, rallying some units, reforming them. So I'm shooting at this Chaos Spawn, it's about to charge into some halberds. I don't know this one is here, mind you. So I'm kind of looking around the battlefield, doing a lot of things, and all of a sudden I'm going to see that flag fly all over to here. You can see me panic and suddenly order everybody to attack that thing Because it just, I didn't know how many there were. I didn't know what was going on. I just noticed it was all of a sudden very close to my eye. I was like, ah, kill it! Kill it! So then all my archers turn and shoot at it. Anyway, back to actually casting the battle. That guy is going to die because he's stuck on that cannon. He can't move if he wanted to. So, he'll die. Nurgle, 2 Nurglings, 1 Forsaken, 2 Cultists of Nurgle, and the Herald of Nurgle. Now, the single entities are going to be a problem. I mean, they're very, very healthy, I suppose. I don't have a lot of single entity stopping power left, but I can guarantee you that like none of those infantry units are going to reach my front line alive. Shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. A very nice Steam of Nurgle takes out another one of my peasant archers. Okay, that's why I did so much damage. Forsaken and routed off, Nurglings crumbling away, and the second and final Plague Bearer summon comes in. That's a big problem for me. You get down to about 50-50 on the balance of power. Still have a lot of archers shooting in, feeling decently okay with that. Plague Bears are going to run it, and then a huge Steam of Nurgle comes in, takes out almost a full Jade Warrior and a full Peasant Spearman unit. Now I'm very concerned. I start to wonder if I can even win this game. Archers are going to shoot single entities, but none of them are large in really any capacity. So arrows are not super good against infantry characters. They're just too small to try and hit. I throw some fire back at him, because it's the only spell I have, really, besides that blessing one, but I think I have enough mana to use that anyway. Just trying to get rid of that summon even a little faster. Shoot in on all sides, take care of that. Another Steam takes out some Jade Warrior Crosswoman. That was brutal. That spell was like solo carrying the game. Now he's down to 3 single entities. No summons left. 17. Where does he have some Forsaken running that could come back? Ah, they're there. But effectively 3. Long Mariah's gonna have to get a lot of cycle charging done. I'm throwing my Dragon-Blooded Shugonon in to try and use that Harmony Amplifier to make the lore of the Harmony of Yang even better. I'm trying to edge these Jade Crossmen in close enough, there we go, to give them the melee defense and leadership to stay in the fight. So that's the trick, is you want to get close enough to get that, but now you can see I'm struggling with attack orders where I'm like, okay, can you shoot now? But they're too close to shoot. But I don't want them far enough away to lose the Harmony bonus, so it's a little tricky. I end up sprinting these guys in because they're out of ammo, so they will give me the Harmony bonus while the other guys can back up and shoot. Another Steam of Corruption hits, takes out the Jade Warrior Crossman and the Peasant Long Spearman. Long Riders need to get out of there. Bounce Power is dead even at this point. I still have a lot of Peasants coming back, some Archers, everybody's low on ammo. My Dragon-Blooded Shugonon is high health, but not an amazing combatant, so I don't really want to commit with her too heavily. Get some nice shots in while we can. Forsaken of Nurgle are trying to come back. I think I'll spot them in a bit and take care of them. Unfortunately for me, these Jade Warrior Crossmen just run away. Well, not under duress in any way, and these guys have 2 ammunition left. Long Riders are hovering over, threatening to dive down at any moment. A little bit of bump and grind, as is the Nurgle way. Rear charge. Another Steam of Corruption. It was doing so much. Such a good use of that spell. Long Riders charge in. I give them that Harmony thing. Might of Heaven and Earth. Just to give him a little bit more damage. Poking down the Herald of Nurgle. He's almost at his healing cap. Very close to dead. Then he gets a full surround by the Long Marauders. Take a lot of damage out of him. Throw some archers in just for the Yang, Yin and Yang Harmony buff. And now it's just me and the Long Marauders. We fall back to some guys shooting so they can fill the attacking role. They're shooting. Route off those Forsaken yet again. Herald of Nurgle is dead. The 2 Cultists of Nurgle are here, but they are slightly ahead on the balance of power. Then it goes back to normal. Throw down another Might of Heaven and Earth on these guys. Now we get a rout. The routs are the biggest part. You can see he has lots of health, but his leadership's just low enough that we can rout him. And this is the second thing I wanted to point out, because I thought this was bullshit for my opponent. So it was in my favor, but I thought it was dumb. I'm trying to rout off this other Nurgle guy, and I realize he's gonna break my Jade Warrior Crosswoman at the time, because why these Long Riders come back is these are both archers, so neither of them can get their Harmony, and their leadership is at 45, so it's a little better now, but it was wavering, and without the Long Marauders, they would lose their Harmony bonus altogether. So I needed the Long Marauders to come back. I wanted them to chase him, but I couldn't, so I came back, and I'm like, really, just try to pound this guy down and kill him, rout him. But look how far away this Cultist of Nurgle gets. And he's still not gonna rally. He has 46 leadership. He's not gonna rally. He's all the way over here. Army loss is about to hit because this other guy's gonna break, and if you have all breaking units, you just lose the game. Why isn't this guy rallying? He got so far away. That was some bullshit. That guy should have rallied. And if he did, I don't know if I could have won. Like, maybe I still could have. I don't think the game would have been over if he had rallied, but, like, he had so much health, so much leadership. He was very far away. Wouldn't rally. Anyway. My Lord got 1,300 value. Long Riders got 1,900. Cannons and Giselles didn't get a whole bunch. But they did what they had to do. Crossmen did great. Jade Warriors held for a while. Did fine. Peasant Archers did great. Peasant Long Spearmen did super well. Herald Nurgle 2,400. Cultists, pretty low, but they had summons. Forsaken Nurgle, mixed value. Mostly got work done. Chaos Furies got murdered. And Nurglings got murdered. It was a good replay.